Hi everybody, it's Az here from Heel vs Babyface with another episode of AzChats. It's been a while, hasn't it? But finally I have something sufficient enough to talk about that could probably go on for quite some time. Now, if you're new to the whole AzChats thing, this is more of a podcasty type of a video than a visual video. Although, today, for the whole duration, there will be lots of footage of me playing the topic of today's conversation, which is the Elder Scrolls Online. So you can still go away and do your various things around the house, like put your headphones into the dishwasher and things like that. You've got to get them clean, of course. You've got to get them clean. And, of course, taking your grandma to her lap dancing lessons. While still listening to me, you'll still get the full benefit of the AzChat. But if you do want to sit by your PC today and watch some pretty things going on, you can do as well. Isn't that just beautiful? Right, so as you can probably gather from the title, I have a lot to say about the Elder Scrolls Online. But before I do, I must confess a couple of things. First of all, this video, I've had this AzChats planned for a few days now, at least a week, at least 7 days. It was just a matter of when to get it out. Because about 7 days ago, I thought I'm just coming to the end of my tether with this. And then I think it was Monday, I actually went ahead and cancelled my subscription. I did a couple of other things throughout the week, and then yesterday I did my Hearthstone video, which I quite liked. And I thought, no, we'll do it tomorrow. I've got some time tomorrow. At last, I know. I got some time tomorrow. I shall do the Elder Scrolls video then. But what I found rather amusing is I woke up this morning. And one of the very first things I do when I wake up in the morning is I check my YouTube. I check my YouTube, not for me, not to see what's been going on with my page over the nighttime period. It's actually to check my subscriptions, channels which I'm subscribed to. See if there's some honest trailers out there. See if there's some cinema sins out there, you know? See if Bro Science has got something going on. You know, all that kind of stuff. And one of the channels that I'm subscribed to is Boogie. I mean, who's not subscribed to Boogie 2988, I asked myself. And lo and behold, when I woke up this morning, there was a Francis rant video. Francis, of course, being one of the characters which he does. There was a Francis rant video about Elder Scrolls Online. And I thought, oh, I've got to. And the sad thing is, I watched his video. And he's very clever when he does his Francis's stuff, because a lot of it is his honest opinion, or what definitely comes across as his honest opinion, but clearly in a ridiculous manner. But a lot of what he said about the Elder Scrolls was so true, and I thought, oh my god, that's me. Is that going to be me when I do my AzChats video? So I thought to myself, no, I've got to try and stay as calm as possible. You know me. I sometimes have a tendency to get a little bit excited now and again. But yeah, I thought, okay, I've got to do my Elder Scrolls video today, and I've got to at least attempt to do it like a sane human being, but it may not come out that way. But okay, on Monday, which I think was the 21st, I cancelled my Elder Scrolls Online subscription. Now, I still have another 10 days or so to run on my free 30 days, which I got with the purchase of my Imperial Edition. So I can still play the game for another 6-7 days, and then my subscription is going to come to an end. Now, what on earth made me do this? This is a brand new launch title, an MMO RPG. So first of all, it's right in my ballpark. The Elder Scrolls franchise, which is one of my favourite franchises. I love Skyrim. I know people are divisive about Skyrim. I thought Skyrim was fucking brilliant. I adored Oblivion. Absolutely adored Oblivion. Oh man, I look back at that game so fondly. And then Morrowind, which to me is just like the mecca of all games. I'm seriously contemplating doing my top 10 games of all time. let's just say Morrowind would definitely be in there. But Morrowind was just like, I'd never experienced a game like it in my life. It was life-changing as regards to a gamer. Somebody that loved to game. It was something that was just like, holy shitballs. This changes everything. Everything. And it did for me. So what on earth has made me take the franchise, which I love, right up there with my Final Fantasies and my Resident Evils and stuff like that, and just say, before the even end of my free 30 days, or at least my inclusive, shall we say, 30-day access, to quit. Well, a couple of things. I was part of the beta testing process, but I was only brought on board to beta test once they wanted to, inverted commas here, stress test. And when I started to get involved in the beta testing process, I was quite vocal when I could be vocal. That it was so wrong. It was just wrong. If you saw yesterday's Hearthstone video, you'll know what that means. But yeah, it was just so wrong. The testing process was ridiculous. They brought us on board to stress test the servers, to see how the servers held up. And they gave us a previous build of a client. And this previous build of a client was bugged to chuff. Absolutely bugged to chuff. But ZeniMax Online, because remember, this isn't made by Bethesda. They make the single-player Elder Scrolls Online games. This was handed over to ZeniMax Online, which is a part of ZeniMax Studios. The ZeniMax is all over the place, which is the main company. Bethesda comes under ZeniMax Studios, and then you've got ZeniMax Online, which is actually, again, another subsidiary of ZeniMax. So it caused some problems one day on stream. Somebody got very stressed about it and basically showed that they were a nutter. But it's made by ZeniMax Online. And they said, no, we've got another build which is being tested internally, or at least with a much, much reduced amount of testers. And it's fine. It's all hunky-fucking-dory. And everything. And they even... I wish I could find it to put it here again. Oh, I could find it if I could be asked, but I can't be asked. But they actually favorited and retweeted somebody that said, "Oh, all the people that are moaning about the bugs on Elder Scrolls, this is a previous build that we're testing on now for stress testing, and the other one's going to be fine." And they actually retweeted that, which in effect meant ZeniMax Online endorsed this tweet from this person, saying that, yes, aren't these people who are stress testing being fools, complaining about all the bugs because this is a previous client and the actual real one works. And lo and behold, pride comes before a fall, dear boy. Lo and behold, Elder Scrolls Online launches early access, so pre 4th of April. And it launches to the early access, and it is fucking bug-ridden. The latest client is just... Oh, man. I called it the Anchorage. Elder Scrolls Online Anchorage. Because it was just full of bugs. It was ludicrous. And I had the early access, because I pre-ordered the Imperial Edition. I was going to cancel my pre-order based on the beta and how bad it was. But then I decided not, because I thought, hell, I can buy the Imperial Edition, because it's quite rare to get the hard copy Imperial Edition, and because fuck all people are going to end up playing this game, I'll tell you now, it could be worth a fortune in the future, so I'll keep hold of it. It doesn't matter if I've used the code, you know, fuck it. I'll keep hold of it. I'll no doubt make a bob or two in the future of it. But that was the reasoning behind it. And also, I said, because of ZeniMax's Online, their attitude to say, yes, we are releasing a stable client, and yes, these bugs will be fixed, and yes, you can shut up and play, paraphrase, I was desperate to see whether that was true. Really, really desperate to see whether that was true. And, of course, we all know, no. No, it was not true. It was as far from true as you can possibly get. It was a mess. Now, during the course of the early access, so this is before the official launch, during the course of the early access, there were so many problems with the game, with the client, with everything, that they pulled it down at least 3 major times for fixing, which didn't fill you full of confidence. And again, it just rattled me so much that they would tested this game so poorly, because this game relies on a colossal amount of phasing technology. Colossal amount. And we're not just talking about NPCs and what happens to an environment. You go to a town which is being attacked and overrun by goblins or something. You do the various quests within the town, and by the end of your quest chain, the town is now populated full of people and merchants and stuff like that. All the fires are put out, everything's looking beautiful, you know, the women's cans are looking excellent, and the men's dicks are looking perfect. You know, and that's how it'll end. And then you're like, just like, you know, Kung Fu and the littlest hobo, you gotta keep on trucking, you gotta keep on moving, you can't settle down. I know I saved you from this fire, pretty lady, but now I got to go, 'cause I'm a nomad. You know, and you'll be on your way. So it's not only that sort of phasing technology which shows transitions in the world, but it's because they're mega servers. There's only 2 servers in this game, the US mega server and the EU mega server. Everybody that's playing on the EU mega server is there at once. Everyone that's playing on the US one is there at once. But the phasing technology will only show you a certain amount of people within your remit, within your area. I think it's 200 people at any one time can show up. Something like that. So there is a load of phasing technology, and I'm pretty sure that this is causing all manner of problems with the game. But for something that is so reliant on hefty processes like that, it just to me seemed ludicrous to the nines. By the 9! There's only 8 in this game because it's 1,000 years before Skyrim, but by the 9! It seems so ludicrous that they had such a closed number of people. And I initially thought, silly old me, you know, why don't I just stick to being cynical as opposed to optimistic? I should do that everything in life. I meet a girl, why do I get optimistic something's going to happen when she says I like you? I might as well just go cynical and just tell her to fuck off straight away. I really like you, Wes, but I just for some reason can't be with you. Alright, okay, that's lovely. Thank you, my dear. But I don't know why, for some reason, I was optimistic, and I thought, oh, I get what they're doing here. They're doing a more enclosed beta testing process, alpha testing process, because this is going to be a doozy. This is going to be a real doozy, and then when it comes out to the masses, we're all going to be like, oh, it's Jesus' Hour of Games. And I thought it was going to be something like that. But no. The likelihood is they were doing enclosed testing because they were just freaked. They were freaked at how bad this was going to turn out. And they were up against it, and the game had a budget of something daft like 200 million? Is that true? Somebody this is what I've heard. The game has a budget of 200 million to make. I tell you what, they better do some internal investigations as to where that money's gone for a lot of it, because I think a lot of it's just gone up their asses. To be perfectly honest with you, and yeah, what we got released was just a mess. Now, before I started the video, I went back to my email and I counted every single ticket that I've opened for the game so far. Now, I only open up a ticket for legitimate reasons. You know, if I'm walking, I'm riding, whatever, on the beach in the game, and I see a crab, and the crab's like bouncing up and down as opposed to just smoothly walking across the sand, I don't open a ticket for that. I just trust stuff like that will get eventually done. I only open up a ticket if there is a game-breaking bug, i.e. my character's fucked, or a quest is fucked. There is another exception which I will open a ticket for, and that is gold sellers. I can't stand gold sellers. They are not your friends. You know, these aren't altruistic people that go around with third-party programs or non-third-party programs and grind everything for you so that you can purchase copious amounts of gold for a few pennies. No, these are fuckwits that hack accounts to get that money for you. And you can buy them and think, oh, whatever, it doesn't affect me. Well, guess what? It will, because one day you will get hacked by them and they will take it all back and sell it to somebody else because you're a dick. So that's another thing that I will report. Direct contact with me by gold sellers, and also gold sellers that spam in chat. Can't stand the fuckers. So anyway, excuse me, I counted up all the tickets that I've done thus far in the game, and 8 of these are gold sellers, okay? So that's already enough. But 8 of these are reporting gold sellers. I've opened up 48 tickets. 48 tickets so far in what? 24, 20, I don't know. Something around there. 24 to 30 days. 48 tickets. 40 game bug related tickets. 8 gold seller related tickets. Which is incredible. So that is 40 tickets that I have opened up due to game-breaking bugs. Quests being bugged. My character being bugged. Something being cripplingly bugged. Woo! That was easy for me to say. Cripplingly bugged. That I could no longer progress. Now, I can kind of handle that. I can kind of handle that to a degree. And what I mean by that is, if I feel the company is doing something proactive about that, then it's cool. But the sad thing is, the customer service by ZeniMax Online is some of the most feeble, pathetic customer service I've ever had the misfortune to come across in the game. I'll tell you what, when you come to Blizzard Entertainment, when Blizzard Entertainment make contact with you, I probably have not even come anywhere close to opening up 48 tickets in the 7 years which I've played WoW. I know that might sound a little bit cruel because I wasn't there at Vanilla, and apparently Vanilla was heavily bugged and whatever, but I wasn't there. I joined at the Burning Crusade, and I doubt throughout my whole lifetime in the World of Warcraft I have opened up 48 tickets. I most certainly have not opened up anywhere near 48 tickets with Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn. Not to be confused, of course, with Final Fantasy XIV that was released in 2010, I think it was, which is still the worst game ever made. And of course, it caused the whole thing to be pulled down. They got in a whole new crew, and they turned it around. They seriously turned that game around. And Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn is brilliant. It's a great game to play. I loved it. I just simply don't have the time at the moment to. But now with Elder Scrolls getting cancelled, maybe I will again. But we'll see. But the customer service that I've received so far is just nothing short of absolutely pathetic. The vast majority of tickets don't get answered for days. I'm talking absolutely days. I am still waiting to hear back on a ticket which I opened up on, I think, the second day of early access as regards to it constantly crashing my PC. And they asked me to send them these files. I sent them the files. Never heard back. But the vast majority of tickets which I open, I will hear back from them in about 4 days' time. Cracking already. But no doubt they're absolutely swarmed. Because if I'm one person, goodness knows how many other people are opening up tickets. And the likelihood is you just get a copy and paste response. So, for example, if I am reporting a quest which is just bugged that you cannot complete, that you get a copy and paste reply about 4 days later which says, have you tried logging out and logging back in? Oh, no, I haven't. Thank you so much. So much. I never thought about doing anything like that. You are a fucking genius, ZeniMax. I love you. Just slapping myself across the face there. You know, you get honestly, that is one of the responses. Have you tried logging off and logging back in? So they send you something which says log off, log back in. Abandon the quest, retry, which in itself is infuriating because these quests aren't like WoW quests or Final Fantasy quests where you just get the quest, you go to do the objective, you come back, you hand it in. It doesn't work like that. With Elder Scrolls, the quests are like story chains. So you start it, you finish one part, it sends you to do another part, which 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 will eventually close the quest. But if you abandon it at any one time, it won't take you back a stage, it will take you back to square one. So you have to do it all again. So abandoning the quest line can be a massive fucking ball ache. So they go, why have you tried abandoning it? So sometimes I do, yeah. More often than not, I will. Unless I just say, fuck this, and walk off. I'll do something else. Which I'll get to point 3 in a second. So they'll say abandon the quest and retry it. And then they will do what I just said. They said, why don't you just leave it? That's legitimately, that's in the email. Why don't you just leave it and do something else? What? I can't continue my main storyline. That's okay. Why don't you just leave the main storyline and just kill crabs? Just kill crabs or get crabs. Just get crabs. You can do it for a while. It doesn't matter. Come back in 6 months. We might have fixed it. We might not. Who fucking knows? But then it's just a copy and paste response now every fucking time, and it's just does my head in. And then I had the bug. If you saw my channel a few days ago over Easter, I posted a very quick video saying this Easter, why don't you fall for Elder Scrolls Online? And I was like, no, not fall for Elder Scrolls Online, fall through the world of Elder Scrolls. And it just had me falling through the world. And there was a bug for a bit which I just kept falling through the world. And I opened up a ticket for that. It got responded to 4 days later. And the ticket was hilarious. When I actually got the answer to the ticket was, I see that you're not falling through the world anymore, so it's been fixed. It hasn't been fucking fixed! I spent about 15 fucking minutes killing myself to see whether or not I would eventually spawn on solid ground, and after about 15 minutes of just going /stuck, no, still falling through, /stuck, no, still falling through, after about 15 minutes I eventually did /stuck, and it did put me by the respawning WAYSHRINE. Oh, it's fixed. No, it fixed. Fucking idiots. And stuff like, so 48 tickets all in all, 8 of them being gold sellers, 40 of them being game breaking bugs. But even then I have managed to push myself into some of the directions. So if a quest is so bugged, I have eventually managed to go off and find another quest somewhere else to do. So even that may not be the full contributing factor to why I eventually cancelled. Never mind the poor customer service. Never mind their lethargic attitude to fixing stuff, because we get a patch about every 5 days or so, if we're lucky. So I don't know what on earth they're doing. I don't know which thumbs are up to which asses, but I remember when Final Fantasy came out, Final Fantasy 14 A Realm Reborn came out, that had a problem. And do you know what the problem was? The problem was they just didn't anticipate so many people would return to the game. They anticipated about 500,000 people, 500,000 people would return to Final Fantasy 14 A Realm Reborn. 2 million people knocked on the door. 2 million people knocked on the door. So they had a massive problem, and the massive problem was the servers couldn't cope. So they were trying to frantically put new servers up and stabilise current servers and stuff like that. And eventually they managed to. I left it for a month or so while they did that, because my server was constantly down. I couldn't even play the damn thing. But I really wanted to try it out. So I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I left it about 30 days. I came back and I played it for several months. I played it for about 4 months. And I loved it. I really did love it. And I don't think I've opened up a ticket about anything within that in Final Fantasy 14 A Realm Reborn. I didn't have any bugs. I didn't have any quest problems. I didn't have any combat problems. And this brings me on to the straw that broke the donkey's back. The final reason why I've decided to cancel my Elder Scrolls Online subscription. Input lag. Input lag. This is the one that's done it for me. Absolutely done my fucking head in. When you try and use a spell or ability, it is so unresponsive, it's unreal. If I'm fighting with my bow and I'm going twang, 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 and I'm hitting my, to twang away, and then I want to suddenly use my knockback and I hit my knock button, it's in the lap of the gods whether or not it does. Honest to fucking God, in the lap of the gods whether or not half my spells or abilities work. There could be a 1 second delay and it will work. There could be a 2 second delay and it will work, or it just might not fucking work. The amount of times I have tried to suck the blood out of somebody because I'm a vampire. I have tried to suck the yay, easy. I've tried to suck the blood out of somebody and it just doesn't fucking work, and you're there going, hitting a fucking key and it's nothing. Nothing. And I thought, it can't be me, because I've got a very stable connection up here. Very stable connection up here. And I've got, 150 meg download, 30 meg upload, something like that. Virgin Broadband Media. Thank you, Virgin. And, it's really good, solid stuff. I play WoW, it responds like that. I play Final Fantasy XIV, it responds like that. But this has got redonkulous elements of input lag. So I thought, is it me? Is it me? Again, going back to my sex life. Is it me? Is it me? No, it's me. Oh, fuck. Okay. So I put out over the chat, I said, is anyone else experiencing major input lag when you're trying to use spells and abilities? And and somebody replied really quickly, "Welcome to Elder Scrolls Online." I was like, seriously? I was like, are you getting it? You're not just saying it because I'm saying it. It's like, no. And there were a few people and just like, no, we're getting input lag all over the place. We're trying to, we use an ability. Pfft, does it work? Pfft. And that was it, because I can't play a game that you can't play. You know what I mean? I can't play a game where my determination of who wins the combat is because their input lag. I can sort of handle bugs because bugs can eventually get fixed. I can sort of handle shoddy customer service because that allows me to be so sarcastic when I reply back to them. And then when they send me a survey to fill in, I put things like, your customer service is fucking shit. You don't care. And then they go, whoa, we'll put that feedback in the fucking don't touch pile. Whee! And stuff like that. But I can't handle playing an online title which doesn't let me fight properly. Which affects my combat. No fucking way. So that was the straw that breaks the donkey's back. But you add it all together. You add it all up. Bugs. Just fucking riddled. Anchorage. It's just riddled with bugs, this game. It's not even a hyperbole, this, people. This is just it. It's not like we're all saying, oh, and then you go and buy it and you play it and you're just like, oh, I've been playing for 6 hours and I've come across one quest bug. No. You play for 6 hours, you'll come across about 30 bugs. You'll have about 6 quest chains that you're unable to complete. It's just terrible. But I just can't do it anymore. It's driving me fucking insane. I'm not even going to go into stuff like the balances of the classes, the fact that your character always feels fucking weak, it feels like every mob is 10 times stronger than you. I'm a Nightblade. I don't know if that's contributing. Some people say Nightblade's the worst class in the game, the weakest class in the game. But if I try and tackle 2 mobs, it's like I'm absolutely fighting for my life. If I try and tackle 3 mobs, I might as well just go home. Might as well just go home. I'm not even going to go into any of that. I'm sure, people can argue about gameplay and blocking and how to conserve stamina even though you regen shit and your mana regen and all that kind of stuff. No, I'm just going into the practical aspects of the game, and it's just beyond repair in my view with bugs. It's just laughable Because this game is nowhere near finished. It's nowhere near properly tested, and it should have never seen the light of day for launch. Absolutely no way. So I'm not prepared to pay a subscription fee while they fix their fucking game. Not a chance. Not a chance. Why should I pay money to you to do something which you should have done with your $200 fucking million prior to release? No way. Never mind all this bullshit about devs are people too, and be nice to them and stroke them. Fuck them. They're getting paid plenty of money to do their job. And their job is to create a game which fucking works. You know? And if the game doesn't fucking work, who's to blame? I tell you. Bing! I'm pointing right at you, devs. Pointing right at you. So that, and of course the input lag just beyond. Just that was it. No fucking way. No way. I want to hit a spell. That spell, I need it to work. There isn't any, internal cooldowns here. There isn't any of that business in Elder Scrolls. It should be bang! That responsive. And it's not. Seconds can go by. 1 second, 2 seconds. And as I said, sometimes it just won't even trigger. For whatever reason, just won't even trigger. Lunacy. Absolute lunacy. So Elder Scrolls Online, I thought it had great potential. I loved the questing when it worked. I loved the storylines. I loved the voice acting. I know some people aren't massive about that palaver, but I love that kind of stuff. I did find that so immersive, but it's just cripplingly flawed. Cripplingly flawed. Shouldn't even be active. And now it's too late. It's too late because they can't say, right, we're gonna have to pull the game down and do 6 months more of testing and then re-release it. Can't do that now. You can't do it. You got to get yourself into another Final Fantasy 14 stage. Can you afford to do that? I don't think so. So I'm not going to pay for you to. I'm not going to throw more money at you for you to fix this. I may return in 6 months' time. I may return in 6 months' time and give it a try then. But a couple of things. Number one, if it's still got a subscription attached to it, I'll be fucking amazed. By 6 months, by the looks of it. If it's free to play, then yeah, I might give it a crack. But I just dread to think. And the annoying thing is, they keep. Sorry, I should be wrapping up this video now. But one thing which is driving me bananas on Twitter at the minute is like all the devs are coming out with what's coming up in the game. Hey, we're gonna release these things which are gonna be in for 12 people. Fuck you! Fuck your 12 people! Fix your fucking game! Don't talk to me about entering new content into it. Fuck off! Fix the content which you've got, which you're clearly not doing, you fucking lackadaisical pricks. Get on with it. Ugh. I knew I would fail in keeping calm. But yeah, Elder Scrolls Online, when my time runs out in 7 days time. Maybe a little bit more actually, isn't it? Yeah, it's 30 days from the 4th. Well, I don't know, 10 days time or whatever. When my time runs out in 10 days or so, yeah, it ain't getting renewed. And I tell you what, I reckon I'm not in the minority here. I reckon there are so many people that when this 30 days comes to an end, they stop. Did you actually, before, I've got to mention this again. I know I should be wrapping this up, but I've got to mention this because this is one thing which absolutely pissed me the fuck off. When you purchase the Elder Scrolls Online, when you put your code in to get your 30 days included time, it asks you to input your credit card details. And it won't let you play the game until you put in your credit card details because it wants to automatically bill you for whatever you've got set up subscription-wise. But not only that, this is the hilarity of it. When you do, it takes a month sub off you straight away. It takes a month subscription off you immediately. Even though you got your 30 days included, it took the $8.99, the £9 off my credit card. And I contacted them immediately and said, give me back my fucking £9. I'm not paying for a month down in advance. Give me back my £9. And they're just like, oh, we're just testing to see if your credit card works. Fuck bullshit. Bullshit. When a company does that, we've all seen it when we do purchases from Apple and other companies, Zavvi and Shop2 and all that jazz. What they do to test a credit card is they take a quid. They take a quid from your card and then they return it back. They just don't force it to be given. And they return it back about 4 or so days later. Took 7 days. 7 days for them to return this £9 back onto my credit card. Ooh. So that clearly shows, let's get an auto subscription set up, and hopefully people will forget, and it will auto renew at the end, and yay, we got another month's money out of people. Again, scum tactics, tactics which kind of sum up everything. To be perfectly honest with you, sum up the whole job lot, sum up the whole fact that they're so non-confident in the product that they test it with 3 goats and a fucking crab called Desdemona, and of course they try and trick you into an auto subscription. So if you are doing something else, you go on holiday and you forget about stuff, hey, they've got your money. Or you're just somebody that isn't on top of everything. Trust me, I'm not on top of everything. I wish I was on top of everything. But I'm not on top of everything all the time. And I can easily forget to do something and, oh, fucking hell. I've done it with Netflix and stuff. It's goddamn renewed and I didn't want that. You know what I mean? Just scum tactics. So, ZeniMax Online, you've got a massive mountain to climb here. Massive, seriously. Because your game is substandard. It is beyond substandard. With a lot of promise, but sadly, substandard. And you've got a colossal job to fix it. Absolutely colossal job ahead of you to get this fixed. Because, excuse me, I don't know where your attitude is. Because your attitude, from what I've seen with your customer service and your lack of proper communication with your audience, and all that kind of stuff, just makes me think you don't give 2 shits. Don't give 2 shits. But yeah, Elder Scrolls Online. Somebody says to me, would you recommend this game? No. No, absolutely not. Absolutely would not. I wouldn't recommend that you dare part with any money to purchase this game at the minute. It is fucking unplayable. For the best part, unplayable. You're only going to hurt yourself. You're only going to hurt yourself. Looks very pretty. When it works, it can be great fun. But the problem is it doesn't work. It does not work. You'd be lucky to get a full hour's play of the game working properly. But there we go. Yeah, so subscription cancelled within the 30-day grace period. Looking to go back. Definitely not in the foreseeable. Definitely not in the foreseeable future. And just a clusterfuck. A clusterfuck of a game, which they seriously need to do some hefty fixing on. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the vid. Please do like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook and also Twitch if I can ever be bothered to stream again, because nobody's coming in to watch me, so fuck y'all. Oh, a couple of things, by the way. I'll probably put out a Facebook and a Twitter about this. I am currently writing another funny video, and it's going to involve requiring the voice talents of a female. So if you are, hopefully if you've got some experience with YouTube, but that's not a prerequisite, but if you are interested in potentially appearing in a video with your voice acting talents, please submit me to my email address, which is heelversusbabyface@gmail.com, with a soundbite. Just record some sound, doesn't have to be too much, of you saying a few lines, and send it to me to that email address, and I'll listen to it, and I'll get an idea of what your kind of like voice talent is going to be like, and you could appear in one of my funny videos. Alright, a couple of things though. Number one, gotta be female. Sorry, guys. It's a female role. It's not just me wanting a female, but it's a female role for the video for me doing the male role. And secondly, you've got to have a World of Warcraft account with a level 90 character, which you can access. Doesn't matter whether it's EU or US. That doesn't matter. As long as you've got a level 90 character on either the EU or the US servers, you can do it. So yeah, submit those to me and we'll talk about it. I'll get in contact with people that I'm interested in and we'll have a chat about it, okay? So there we go. I'll be back with some more stuff very soon on an AzChats, which went on for about 10 minutes longer than I wanted to, but never mind. You take care, everybody. Bye-bye.